Welcome back to another episode of Ranked. Today, I am joined by Tegan and Matthew. I'm, of course, Jaylene.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
did you guys know? It's Thanksgiving season already?
No.
I
We've
can
made it to
smell that
Thanksgiving
turkey.
time. So I thought to celebrate, we would do a Thanksgiving tier list of our favorite Thanksgiving foods. So I have a list here.
I actually hate Thanksgiving food.
And we're not in person, so please bear with us. But this was really important, so we're doing it just for the viewers. And
just for you guys, we love you.
Just for you guys, yeah.
I hate them.
Also, full disclaimer, I had a couple glasses of wine, so that's why I'm a little loosey-goosey right now. Alrighty, jumping right in. This tier list I made, so if you have an issue with it, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, yeah. No, not fuck you, but find a different tier list. Alrighty.
Go make your own if you don't like Jaylene.
Yeah.
Fight Matthew in the ring.
We have is
ring.
Matthew's 6'8", 285, pure muscle. Good luck.
Damn.
Are you guys done?
Yeah.
The first thing we have is just classic turkey.
Can I be honest?
Thanksgiving turkey.
C tier.
I think it's a little higher than C. I would put it at like B tier because I think it is necessary, but it's not the star of the show.
I will go with B with Jaylene.
You know what? For being a table decoration, we can put it in B.
Okay, that's fine. Next we have ham.
Ham A. It's superior to turkey.
And I've got to go with Tegan on that. I love ham, dude.
But
okay, that's fine.
But you know what? Ham's kind of the same across the board, where it's not going to vary too often.
I will say, I don't think ham or turkey are ever the star of the show at Thanksgiving.
No.
The side dishes are really shine, and we'll get into that. I'm pretty impartial to both. Like, I enjoy either. So I don't really have a preference. I just didn't want to see either of these two in S tier.
No.
Better contenders.
Like you said, they're necessary parts of the dish, but they're not the one you're hoping for. It's just you're throwing it there. It's kind of like adding it to be an edible part of the plate, where it's like that's getting all the other stuff on it, and then at the very end, that's what you're eating.
I can think of my list here right now.
You don't eat the meat first? That's the first thing I eat.
No, I grab the meat first and then dump everything on it so it soaks up all the flavor.
I eat the meat part first because then I can savor the rest at the end. That's what I do. But
well, I usually go back for sides afterwards, so it's because I'm a greedy little pig boy.
Two are different because I just take the side to go after the meal. All right. Moving right along. Next, we have stuffing.
And
I'm gonna take the lead on this one. This is an S tier for me.
S tier? I was thinking D tier.
I was thinking D tier too.
You guys, this is like you can't have Thanksgiving without it.
Well, obviously.
I will say if it's done like mediocre or bad, it's not very good. But if you have a good stuffing,
I will say
really good.
My household, like where I have Thanksgiving, we've never really done stuffing. So.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, same with me.
That's one of the things where it's like, my mom will get mad at my stepdad because he makes stuffing from scratch every year, and she gets this. We don't have a written recipe down for it. So every year she'll like parade around him in the kitchen, like writing down what he does, because it's like
he's eyeballing it.
We would be screwed if like he wasn't here to make it. I won't put it in S tier just because you guys don't have that same experience, but like I can't put it lower than a B.
I'm fine with that.
Fair enough.
I just want to say, in my heart, it belongs in S, but I will compromise.
S for stuffing.
Next, we have gravy.
Ooh.
Gravy needs to at least be with turkey or higher, I think.
I think it's an A.
Okay.
I'd go with A.
Because, again, it's not the main part, but it adds a lot to the plate.
I will say, if I go to Thanksgiving dinner and there's turkey and no gravy, I'm going home.
Then you're just having a bland turkey, and it's a horrible day.
Yeah, it's like, come on. Matthew and I are going to be in the same boat in this one, but the green bean casserole.
Ooh.
S tier, buddy.
S tier.
The only thing.
Casserole is one of the things where it's like every person knows somebody who makes the quote unquote best green bean casserole because everybody's got a unique recipe. It's so good.
The only bad thing is when someone does not make it correctly, and then it's like the most disgusting thing ever.
Bad green bean casserole will ruin the meal.
Yeah.
Sure. I've had when you get a real soupy one, and it's like, oh, no.
Oh God.
We could do a rank just on like different green bean casseroles.
Yeah. Just based on how they look.
I can tell you this: when Thanksgiving comes, I'm going for the green bean casserole first.
Yeah, my mom will make it. If my mom makes green bean casserole at a different part of the year and doesn't tell me, I will not speak to her for a month. Because it's so good. Next we have sweet potatoes. Now, before we start talking about it, I just want to specify that the picture I chose, because most people have sweet potato casserole.
Yeah.
Which is the say. I love sweet.
Oh, Jalen, you cut out a little bit.
Casserole. Oh, I just want to say I love sweet potato casserole. It's one of my favorite things about Thanksgiving. I fucking hate when people put marshmallows on me.
Ugh, that just sounds like it ruins it.
Yeah.
But I do love sweet potatoes.
I know a lot of people love sweet potatoes. I'm not the biggest fan, but I can understand an argument for a B tier. Cause
classic Thanksgiving dish to me.
Maddie, your thoughts?
It's not Thanksgiving if you don't have sweet potatoes.
Damn. I don't really eat sweet potatoes. I don't like them too much.
You guys are crazy. I am okay with anything above a C. So if you guys want to go, because this is an S tier for me.
I'm willing to go A. Just.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've had some sweet potatoes where they're real good, but most of the time, it's not.
I just prefer.
Good if you don't do.
I just prefer the all natural potato.
Yeah,
it's one that it's like if you're doing sweet potatoes, you have to do them right, and a lot of people don't know how to do them right. So I'm gonna put them in A. I personally would put them right. I think they're neck and neck with green bean casserole, but that's just my personal opinion. Next we've got cranberry sauce.
F.
F.
Again,
I don't like cranberries.
Like the turkey, I think it's just decoration. Only, no one eats this decoration. Everyone will have a piece of the turkey.
I'm thinking of this if I was hosting Thanksgiving, I wouldn't even make this. But
No.
I don't like cranberries. So I get that some people like it, but get it off my plate. Put more sweet potatoes on there. Alrighty, and then next we have. I know this one is going to be a controversial take between the three of us, so we're going to sit and we're going to discuss it civilly. Mac and cheese.
S or A.
I'm going to say my piece. Right now. I love mac and cheese. I don't think it's the star of the show at Thanksgiving. I think there are other foods. I think there are other foods that have higher places and ranks at Thanksgiving than what mac and cheese has. If that makes sense.
Yeah, mac and cheese is just that go-to. They're the basketball player. They're getting 15 points a night no matter what.
Mac and cheese is like the Steph Curry of Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, I do think it's at least deserves A, though.
I'll go with A.
I don't think it belongs in S tier, so I'm fine with A. I personally would put it lower, but that's fine. Next we have mashed potatoes.
This is an S for me.
Oh,
Dude, I love mashed potatoes so much.
I don't think they deserve to be higher than sweet potatoes, personally.
Oh,
That's my personal opinion.
I think they
Are
do.
you kidding me?
I love mashed potatoes so much.
What? Hypothetically here, what if we're talking like mashed potatoes without the gravy? Are they still that high?
yeah.
Mm.
For
guys are
me,
with-
yeah.
The gravy?
Yeah.
Just mashed potatoes.
Nah, that'd be kind of.
No, because here's why. I will use the mashed potatoes as a dip for some of the other stuff, even if it doesn't have the
Okay.
gravy. But
Well, Titan, you're
you cut out, so I couldn't hear.
Different.
I just told you were crazy. I don't think mashed potatoes are that good. Like, they're fine. I personally would rank them the same that I do mac and cheese, but if you guys want to put them in S, I'll put them in S.
I'm willing to go high A.
Yeah,
Matthew?
Put them above sweet potatoes.
That's fine. Do you want them above
We win!
I'll put them at the very high end.
Okay.
That's fine. Next we have is corn. Just a big old batch of corn.
C for corn.
Yeah.
I love corn. It's kind of in the mac and cheese realm where it may not be the dish you think of right away for Thanksgiving, but it adds a bit. Mix that in with the mashed potatoes. Ooh.
My logic is like, you need some sort of vegetable on Thanksgiving. That blends in well with everything. Yeah. It's fine to have.
And no one's going out of their way to make it an extreme difference to corn. It's usually just butter and a little bit of salt and pepper.
Right, yeah. Mine is usually like whatever, like my mom will freeze like sweet corn from the summer and then heat it up for Thanksgiving is normally what we have.
I go heavy on the pepper with the corn. I like that.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, but you gotta have that base first before.
Oh yeah. One year my mom forgot to make corn for Thanksgiving and she acted like it was the end of the world. And I was like, I mean, it's fine. It didn't ruin the dinner. That's kind of how I think about corn.
Yeah. It adds that little bit, but yeah, like you said, it's not gonna ruin the whole night if corn's not there.
Right, if it's not there. Alrighty, moving right along. I want to preface this next one by saying that we're all pretty white and we come from white families.
I can't see what that is. My eyes aren't the best.
I'm gonna say for our sake that these are just noodles, but for people who are watching and aren't as white as us, these are like egg noodles.
Okay.
Usually just like egg noodles and like butter and a very
butter noodles. That's what we call them in my house.
Yeah. They're fine. I don't think they're. I kind of have the same argument with mac and cheese, where it's like they're not the star of the show.
No.
I would rank them a tier lower than mac and cheese.
Yeah, I was gonna say B or C. I'm fine with either because it's one of those you kind of go back and grab it bit by bit throughout the day, but it's never the main thing you're going to grab.
Absolutely loves butter noodles, egg noodles. She loves that stuff.
Yeah. So do I, but it's usually the dish that's sitting there the longest throughout the night because people just grab little by little.
It's just fine, I think. I personally would put it in like C tier.
Yeah, I'm fine with C.
What do you guys think?
Let's go
Matthew?
C.
And then
C for butter noodle.
Yeah.
There you go. I also want to preface this next one by saying that we are white, so this is something that we probably don't have at ours, are greens or collard greens. It's usually, I wouldn't say F.
I would.
I know that, I think that a lot of, like, black families, like, really, like, go hard on their collard greens, so, like, that's why I include them on here, is because it's like those are Thanksgiving staple for a lot of those families. I was assuming when I made this list, it's like we don't really.
I would honestly, from videos I've watched of people making,
good.
I would put them in at least B tier because there's such that variance of.
They don't ever look bad. It's just like we are such like from a rural like white area where it's like there's never green on my plate on Thanksgiving. Like that's just how I grew up. You eat like starchy carbo loaded food on Thanksgiving.
Stuff that knocks you out when you're done ready to take a nap.
I wouldn't put it on DNF just because I don't have the experience, but I've never seen a plate of collard greens like on Thanksgiving and been like, that looks gross. Like I'd be like, that probably slaps. But it's typically like soul food, like a lot of like black people like really like collard greens. That's why I added them on here.
I would go B tier. Just
I'm fine with B. Matthew, is that cool with you?
Yeah. I'd
Matthew,
give it a shot.
I will say, Matthew doesn't like anything green, so.
What? Green bean casserole? Asparagus?
don't you look stupid?
When you smother it with cream of mushroom soup, it doesn't count as greens anymore.
I like zucchinis too.
Next, we have roasted vegetables. Now, I looked up like list of like classic Thanksgiving foods, and this came up a lot. So, like think of like roasted squash, zucchini, sweet potato, stuff like that. I kind of I hate to.
Oh, Jaylene, did your? Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm willing to go like C or even D, because it is one of those where it's kind of a plate filler.
I'm gonna go with C just because I think the next one's a really good D item.
Oh.
Matthew, are you okay with C on this one?
Yeah. That's what I said.
Okay. Next we have salad.
Ugh.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving, D.
Yeah, it's fine if it's there, but like I don't fucking want it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either.
Like any other get together, it's fine.
Right. But I just like I love to carbo load on Thanksgiving. Salad's just gonna waste my time.
Yep.
Next, this is kind of like the appetizer section of our list here. So next we have a charcuterie board.
Ooh.
Yummy.
That may be S for me.
Taking S tier for me also.
Dude, meat and cheese, you cannot go wrong.
Imagine like you get to the family Thanksgiving like 20 minutes early and it's not time to eat yet and people are kind of like shuffling in and you're just awkwardly like picking salami off of the charcuterie board.
You see me with my pound block of cheese, just cutting it.
It's like you're almost full by the time the meal starts because of the fucking charcuterie board.
You're like, oh, we got a few hours till everyone gets here. Let me just keep walking back here.
Yeah, it's just great to nibble on. Yeah, I love a charcuterie board in any situation, but especially on like a family like get together like that. Sign me the fuck up. Next we have shrimp cocktail, and I'm gonna take the lead on this one because I feel like out of the three of us, I eat the most seafood.
Yeah.
I love shrimp. I love shrimp cocktail. Again, just like I don't really want it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. When I saw that there, I was kind of confused.
I personally would go D tier on this one.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, me too.
Matthew? Okay.
It's
just like if it's there, I'm not gonna not take a piece of shrimp. But like
the shrimp is good though. I will say that. I like shrimp.
I love shrimp. It's just like out of all the Thanksgiving foods. Next we have a cheese ball. I will say I'm a little biased on this one because my mom makes a cheese ball every Thanksgiving, and it probably like that. Like we don't do a charcuterie board.
Well, see, yeah,
it's giving the table when I walk in. or I even like I'm getting like a cracker and I smother it with cheese ball.
I'm fine putting that right next to the charcuterie board because it's very parallel.
And it's like you could put that on the charcuterie board.
Yeah, exactly.
Right in.
Exactly. It's basically A1 and A2.
Yeah. I think I've had your mom's cheese ball before. It was pretty good.
My mom makes a good cheese ball.
I'm
just gonna say this. My mom like doesn't make a lot of stuff that's bad, but my mom also cooks for a living, so it'd be kind of bad if she, made bad food. But my mom makes a damn good cheese ball, and that's actually why I put that on this list. Next we have dinner rolls. I want to hear your guys' opinion.
A part of me wants to put this in S tier, just because
dinner rolls.
I carbo load so much on Thanksgiving, and it's usually because I grab about 5 dinner rolls throughout the day.
I like a good dinner roll, but in good conscience, I don't think I could put it in S tier.
Exactly. There is a part of me that's like, give it its flowers, but another part is just, let's be realistic, it's probably like B tier.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. B
Are
for
we going
bread.
with B? Okay. Next we have Creed's Thanksgiving Day halftime show from the Cowboys game years ago.
S tier.
I mean, I can't really argue with it.
I love me some dad rock.
I'm gonna say D for dad rock.
D for Dak.
I don't think it's as important as like the Thanksgiving Day rules, so I think it at least has to be under a B.
How about F tier for the Cowboy season?
I think it's better than cranberry sauce, though. I would put it like high D tier.
Put it above the salad.
D for Dak.
D for Danny Dimes.
We have a hard cider. Hard cider.
Ooh.
Think of like a red apple ale. Yeah. I don't really drink beer and ciders on Thanksgiving.
I was gonna say that's more of a like fall overall. I usually stick to like water on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, my family doesn't usually do alcohol at all for Thanksgiving.
But for fall overall,
our families are.
It would be very high up for Thanksgiving. I'd go C tier.
I think low C tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely low.
Okay. We definitely have different families because I don't think my family can get through a family holiday without drinking. Moving right along. Next we have whatever variety of light beer you can find in the garage refrigerator.
I would put it in D tier because it's less. Well, football's playing though, so.
This is where like my family comes into play.
This
is like a Thanksgiving essential. It's up there with rolls for my side of the family. Like
I'm fine putting it in
like
B for beer.
Eddie for beer.
Yeah. If I saw a good beer in the fridge, I would grab it. I would.
Well, this is like a light beer, so like you're getting a Busch Light,
like if it's
Coors Light,
like a Blue Moon.
Like you show up to your uncle's house and he's like, oh, we've got water, or like there's Bud Light in the fridge.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah, it's like wow, if I got to be around family all day. Next we have the bottle of cheap wine that Jaylene brought to Thanksgiving dinner. This is my tradition every year. I always bring a cheap bottle of wine to the Thanksgiving dinner. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? If you were at my Thanksgiving dinner, where would you put the cheap bottle of wine?
Of course I would partake in your cheap wine, Jaylene.
I would, put that right around the beer.
Put it around S tier. That's the best part.
it's like right above the light beer.
Yeah.
It's a little bit classier.
Because for my family, it's usually once all the guys are sleeping while watching football, the ladies will open up a bottle of wine and just sit around and talk while we're passed the fuck out for 15 to 20 minutes.
I show up to the Thanksgiving and I start eating the cheese ball and I instantly open up whatever bottle of wine I brought. And if somebody shows up late, they're not getting any wine because it's already gone, probably. Alrighty, moving right along. Next, the last 4 items we have are desserts. So everybody's favorite Thanksgiving desserts. First one we have is leftover Halloween candy.
Oh, I would put that at B tier. We do that quite often.
Really?
Well, no, I'd say C tier, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
Tegan, what do you think? C tier?
I would say C tier because I haven't seen it a whole lot at my Thanksgivings, but I mean I'm still going through some Halloween candy I have, so I understand.
It's just like if I show up to Thanksgiving and somebody's got like a Reese's pumpkin, like I'll partake. Um,
You act
I
like
would
Reese's
Reese's-
pumpkins are like hard drugs. Like, yeah, I guess I could partake in it.
I would take a Reese's pumpkin before I did a piece of shrimp on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to being like oh, you're walking through the kitchen, seeing what's left. Ooh, grab a handful of candy and then just waddle on back to the couch before you pass out
On your
again.
way. That's true. How often are you asleep on Thanksgiving?
Dude, I fall asleep for a good like 30 minutes and then I'm ready to eat some more.
I was gonna say I'm
Okay.
with Megan. I fall asleep for about an hour.
It's usually I fall asleep for at least one quarter during the second game of football that happens on Thanksgiving, and then I'm all good.
I never take a Thanksgiving nap, but my family makes fun of me because I'll go home like in between Thanksgiving to like feed like turkey leftovers to my cats.
So
If that's not like the most pathetic thing I've ever said on a video, I don't know what is. Alrighty, moving
no,
right along.
it's not pathetic.
I just realized I repeated a picture.
I just noticed that, and I was gonna ask you if that's the same.
Look at the last one. Just pretend. Okay.
Don't look at the man behind the curtain.
Next we have apple pie.
Can I? I'm gonna be honest again. I'm not a huge pie fan.
Like pie at all.
Yeah,
Same.
What? Alright.
I will say though, apple pie on Thanksgiving. That's a high A tier.
We can go higher with pie, I think, than apple.
I'm gonna say C. I'm not a big fan of big pie.
A warm apple
I
pie
think
is. I'm fine with B. I'm fine with
I
B.
B. Okay. We can go better than apple pie. I'm gonna go B. Oh, not F. B. Okay. Next we have pecan pie.
Ew. Disgusting.
I would put that above apple pie. Like if I see those
Put it.
two, I would go A tier.
Put pecan pie under apple. It's close for me, but I personally would put it lower.
And Matt,
I'm okay with putting an A though.
no, I'm fine putting it right by apple pie. Above or below.
It seems more like Christmas to me, and that just might be like a thing my family does. But like, that doesn't feel like Thanksgiving to me as much as like apple does. That makes sense.
I am fine
But
putting it just behind apple and B tier.
I'm okay with A because I think in the grand scheme of pies, I like it more.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel Thanksgiving
As
to me.
But I think that's because apple pie's been trying to get a monopoly on the fall pie market for too long. You know, it's been pushing pumpkin to just Halloween, and it's trying to take over the rest of the month.
My family does like pecan pie on like Christmas, so that's why it's weird for me. But I think I do like it better than than apple. This is supposed to be a picture of pumpkin pie. and I want you all to just shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. This is S
S
tier.
tier. S tier.
Okay. Okay. It's just like you. It is a Thanksgiving staple. Even if you don't like it, it looks great on a Thanksgiving table.
Pumpkin pie is the only pie that I really like that I'll actually eat.
Fucking Matthew, I always knew we were best buds. And actually, I'm gonna put it above the charcuterie board.
That's
It
just
just seems like
blasphemous.
it's
That's just blasphemous now,
No.
Jaylene.
No,
I was gonna I was gonna hold my tongue, but now
okay. If you're really guessing, that's fine. But it's like that is a classic Thanksgiving staple. Like you just, it's like even like I will be full and like to the point where I'm about to vomit because I'm so full, and someone's like, "Oh, we got to get the pumpkin pie." I'll have like a bite because it's like it's fucking Thanksgiving. I won't eat pumpkin pie. I won't eat pumpkin pie literally any other day of the year. But it's like it's such a Thanksgiving, like it's just part of the day, you know? There was actually one Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go on a little tangent before we close the video. There was one Thanksgiving where it was like my mom was having our family Thanksgiving, but then invited like a few of her like family friends. So there were like I don't know, a bunch of kids running around. No one was really paying attention to me because I was just kind of in the corner by myself. I ate like more than half a pumpkin pie all by myself because I was not being supervised.
yummy.
I was so sick after, but it was probably my best ever Thanksgiving. And I will end on that. Because it's like, what gets any better than a pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving? And it just, and Matthew, back me up on this, it tastes better if you're eating it on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
It tastes the same if it's just, you know, a random Thursday and you're just, if it's Thanksgiving, the Creed halftime show, and you just had some and you dig in some pumpkin pie, it is luxurious.
Every time I see a pie, like it always looks good, no matter what pie it is, and I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a taste. And they all have not been good except for pumpkin pie. That's about the only pie that I like.
Maybe that'll be our next rank is just pie tier list.
I'm gonna sit out that one.
Silence is deafening.
Yeah.
Okay, so does anybody have any like? We'll do one last. I don't think we've ever done this on a ranked, or maybe we have. I don't remember.
One last look through to make sure everything's.
Is there anything that like somebody can't live without? Like that just seems out of place.
No, I'm actually pretty happy overall. Because I was willing to be crucified before letting pumpkin pie get past the charcuterie board.
Listen. I do have one qualm looking at this.
Don't you dare move,
too low.
I
Stuffing's too low.
Forget about the.
no, I'm willing to let that go to A tier.
I don't think sweet potato deserves. I don't think sweet potato and mac and cheese should be an A tier if stuffing isn't.
Okay.
I am fine with that argument.
Sweet potato down if it means stuffing gets to be an A tier.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. And I'm actually gonna do some maneuvering because I think it belongs there.
Yep. Nope. That is fine.
Yeah, I was just looking at it and it didn't make sense to me. And yeah, I will actually. I will do this. I'm gonna bring you some of the stuffing that my stepdad makes at Thanksgiving, because I used to not like stuffing. I really didn't.
Until you had that, and then it's like in Ratatouille when he eats the ratatouille and has the visions of when he was a kid.
I'm gonna be honest, Tegan. I've never thought about this comparison, but if I ever had that experience in my life, it's when I had stuffing that my stepdad made. It is so good. Like I've had the stuff you make on the stovetop.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't like a lot of stuffing, but like whatever he does to his, so good. Yeah, I'm okay with this list. There are a few things that I personally would move, but yeah.
Overall,
be above the Halloween candy, but we'll leave it.
We can put Creed in C tier for Creed.
The only reason that I think the Halloween candy should be higher than Creed is because of Reese's Pumpkins.
Yeah.
They are pretty good.
Yeah. But that is our Thanksgiving tier list. Please let us know in the comments what foods we missed, what you would have moved where, why pumpkin pie is better than the charcuterie board. Please,
No.
just let us know.
I will delete every comment that says anything about that.
And let us know what ranked video we should do next. And we hope you enjoyed this, and we hope you have a very happy and safe Thanksgiving with your family this year.
Enjoy that food nap.
Next time. Yeah.
Make sure you eat as much as you can. Enjoy it.
Do not eat any of that fucking cranberry sauce, though. It is disgusting.
Don't eat your turkey dry either. Make sure you put some gravy on that turkey.
Hell yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.